The Dow posted its eighth consecutive session gain with the backdrop of de-escalation in the U.S. China trade war. Although the S&P 500 and Nasdaq ended Friday's session lower, all three major indices posted weekly advances for a third straight week. This all came after the European Central Bank unveiled a package of new stimulus measures on Thursday, which will include a cut to the bank's key deposit rate. The ECB also announced it would be relaunching a quantitative easing program to help shore up the flagging Eurozone economy. So, have the charts been indicating this all along? Or have we just been experiencing a lucky streak with flipping a coin? I'll leave that answer to you. So, now let's go take a look at the coin flip. Charts. Today we're going to go through two charts, beginning here with the spiders, the SPY, the 20-year monthly chart. The close on Friday, 301.09, closing in on a record. Still surfing along that 20 EMA all the way, with the exception of late 2018. Moving on down here into the MAC, you can see that the fast line is trying to exert control over the slow line. The fast line moved right through the slow line, and it looks like we're still going to be headed up next week. We'll have to wait and see. But you can see here in the histogram that this line here, that is green above zero, that the fast line just popped through. Price rate of change looks good too. Looks like we're going to get a reflection off of the slow line here, heading on up. We want to get up there to that 50 line, if not maybe a little bit higher. Into the RSI, we're at a relatively strong 63.06. We bounced off of that midline 50 line. We're heading on up. I'd like to see this move into that overbought territory between 80 and 100. That's going to take some time. Stochastics still looks good. Volume looks fine, and the Williams is echoing the other oscillators. Looks good to me. Let's do some sawtoothing in that upper level area between the 0 and that negative 20. Moving back up here to the price chart, one last look. Let's now go take a look at the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 chart is important to me because if it can turn, then that's going to validate the other indices. In the Russell 2000, this is the iShares Russell 2000 ETF. The symbol is IWM, and the close on Friday was 157.31, well below that high that was set back here. So, again, if the Russell 2000 can shape up, if it can set a base, a bottom, and move up, then that to me is a confirmation that we're on our way. And looking here at the MAC, it's trying oh so hard to set a base in this area here. You can see that it's attempted a couple, three times in the past. We're making another attempt now. Is it going to be successful? Well, only time will tell, but it looks like it wants to set up that bottom in this area here. Not as strong as the S&P because we are below 5, but we're still above 0, and there still is some strength, and we're still stronger than we were in 2016. Moving here into the histogram, you can see that things are improving. We still have a ways before we get to that 0 line, though. Into the price rate of change, definitely is shaping up, but again, still has more time, needs to strengthen more. That same thing we see in the RSI. We're at a moderate 53.77, so we're hovering around that midline 50 line. We need to move off of that and up to these other areas. Into the stochastic, it looks pretty good too. Again, we need more strength. Volume is fine. And then the Williams is showing a little bit more strength than some of the other oscillators with that bottom here, that move on up, and then the line is heading up. It's going to be probably the first one into these upper levels between that 0 and negative 20, but that's the Williams. But it's showing us the way. It is improving. So I do have some confidence that the Russell 2000 is going to shape up and validate the other indices. So until that happens, though, there's still a little bit of trepidation of where the market may go. In my opinion, the strongest probability is that the market is headed up. And with the backdrop of the monetary easing from the ECB, I think we're going to have a tailwind. And so for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.